Hey guys, what's up? MajesticGaming here, and today I'm going to be ranking all 9 missions inside of Halo 3. Halo 3 is pretty much always tied for me as my favorite campaign in the series along with Halo Reach. Some days that shifts, but most of the time I do absolutely love this campaign. I think it is just phenomenal all around. There are 9 missions in this game, which it is actually pretty short for a Halo campaign, so I'm going to go through each of the 9 missions and say what I like about it, and obviously rank them from worst to best. If you guys want to check out the videos I have for the other Halo games as I rank the missions, there will be a link to the playlist down in the description below. If you guys want to check that out, I have done the one for Halo 3 ODST, and the one for Halo CE so far, and the others, I will have them out as they come out, and obviously when Halo Infinite comes out, I will be making the same kind of video. So without further ado, let's get into the list. At number 9 is Cortana. So Cortana obviously is very reminiscent of the library from Halo CE, however this one is for me much more enjoyable. A lot of people absolutely hate the library, and that is for me pretty much my least favorite mission, probably in the whole franchise and definitely just in Halo CE, but like I said, this mission is a lot better for me. This mission is not as repetitive, and overall I don't mind fighting the Flood in Halo 3 as much as I minded it in Halo CE, especially since in that mission in the library it just gets super repetitive. And while this mission isn't as painful as that, I still don't particularly like it that much. There's nothing super memorable that really stands out about this mission other than the setting, which I will admit is pretty cool, and I have a lot of cool memories of when I'm younger playing it, and just kind of being freaked out by all the like Flood freaky setting around you. It was cool. And the objective of destroying the pillars at the end is also semi-memorable. It's a little bit different than just kill everything, or like the library pretty much, and just work your way and hold out positions and just that kind of thing. It is a little bit different. I still don't hate this mission, but it's definitely my least favorite in the game, just because I feel like it could have made some cooler scenarios with the Flood in this level that would have elevated it just a little bit higher for me. At number 8 is Floodgate, another Flood mission, but this one I actually like a lot better. Obviously this starts you off right after the storm, and you pretty much have to backtrack a bunch of that mission, which obviously that's a tactic that they use a lot in the Halo games, is backtracking areas after they've already been overrun by the Flood or just things like that, and that is a cool touch, and I think it works pretty well here. Like most missions in this game, I do love the aesthetic of it, and fighting the Flood here is just simply not as irritating as it is on the mission Cortana. And like I said, you get to backtrack, but obviously it's infected now, which is a nice touch. And I still don't really love this mission though. There's not that much to really say. You get to fight a cool variety of different Flood creatures and forms, but other than that, there's nothing really dynamic or really super memorable about this mission. At number 7 is the first mission of the game, Sierra 117, which I actually really enjoy. The jungle setting on this mission looks absolutely beautiful, even in 2020, and just provides a number of super fun encounters and memorable encounters to get you used to the game's mechanics. There's no denying really, once again I don't have that much to say about this mission. It's extremely basic, but also really memorable like I said, as it just flows so well, and it pretty much encompasses the Halo kind of run and gun, fast moving feeling in this game in the first mission, which I think is very awesome, and I just think it flows so well. Every single part of the mission feels fun for me, just from the parts, they're all, like I said, memorable, and just going from the part initially into the jungle to where you rescue Johnson, and then holding out at the end there as you wait for the Pelican. Personally for me, it's just one of the most nostalgic missions in the franchise, so it has have a special place in my heart. At number 6 is Crow's Nest. This is a mission that for the longest time I didn't really like for some reason, but I recently started to really appreciate. This is a mission that I don't actually love the setting of inside the base. I think it is kind of cool, but I also obviously like the more skybox-centered, sandbox, outside environments a lot more. I still think it's decent enough though, and the mission actually offers a number of well-designed and memorable sequences in it, from defending the hangar to the multiple fights with the drones, and the jetpack brutes at the end is also a nice touch. And it also, like I said, when you're running away at the end, running away from the base as it's exploding and all your enemies are running around you, just nice touches like that are pretty cool. And once again, the music also for this mission is also a nice highlight for me, since we did get that classic Halo CE Marine track that we used to hear all the time. Now in Halo 3, as the track Last of the Brave, it is really cool, and it just creates such an awesome feeling during this mission. While this isn't one of my favorites in the franchise, it is no doubt a solid mission, and something I think this campaign definitely needed. At number 5 is Tsavo Highway. This is one of the main vehicle levels of the game, but really not the one that ends up standing out the most. This is still a mission for me that's kind of the reverse of Crow's Nest, where for that one I initially didn't really like it, but now I do, to this one where I used to absolutely love it, and while I do still like it, I don't love it as much as I used to. This is still a mission I always look forward to replaying though, as the Warthog combat right at the beginning is great, and the mission pretty much only gets more fun as it goes along. You encounter choppers, wraiths, ghosts, and tons of ground troops for you to kill, and run over, and splatter, and it's a pretty good time. There's really not much to say, as the mission speaks for itself, and it's just a good time. The only reason it's really not higher is because there are missions similar to this one that are just so much better and have memorable moments to them that this one is pretty much just lacking for me in a lot of areas where those other missions really succeed. Still though, Tsavo Highway is very fun and an iconic mission all on its own. At number 4 is The Storm, an awesome mission with some truly great moments to it, and it really never lets up till the mission ends. So it does start you off with a brief but fun encounter with a variety of enemies as you have to disable some buttons, and then it moves you to taking out the wraiths, which again is simple, but for some reason the sense of scale with all the marines and the skybox and everyone fighting up there, and just pretty much the whole presentation of this mission is just so great that it really, like I said, increases the sense of scale. There really isn't that big of you just fighting these 1 or 2 wraiths. This extends also to the Scarab fight, which of course are always great in this game, and yeah, it's a good time. It's absolutely awesome. The classic Halo sandbox, it gives you all the tools to kill the Wraith and Scarab however you want, and it's pretty much just awesome. You can do whatever you want, you can go in the small limited area they give you, pretty much wherever you want, and every other part is memorable too as you work through the facility like we just talked about, and eventually to the AA gun, which also just feels so awesome. Obviously, that is one of the most iconic, I'd say, locations in Halo, is just where that AA gun is and where the cutscene that comes after that, and with the original teaser trailer from E3, all that stuff, just working your way up to that and fighting your way up to it and eventually disabling it feels so great and important, taking it out along with all the enemies with it. Again, this is a mission I just really enjoy, and it manages to be so great really without even trying very hard. At number 3 is the final mission of the game, Halo. This is perhaps one of, if not the most iconic missions in the entire franchise. Honestly, it's weird even kind of thinking about this mission because the first half of it is so commonly forgotten because by the time you get past it, you're all into the Warthog run, and you pretty much just forget about it. I do enjoy the beginning of the mission, however, but it's really not anything too special. I do like how important it feels, as this really is going to be your last standoff with the Flood ever, so it is just kind of a cool feeling, especially going back and replaying it. And then we get to the 343 boss fight. Obviously it's fine. I mean, it's a Halo boss fight. I can't really expect too much, so whatever. And then you get to, as we just talked about, one of the best moments in Halo history, where you get a perfect throwback to the CE Warthog run, but even better. What can I say about it? I mean, it's perfect. It's awesome. It's insane. The music is great. It visually looks so awesome, and I just absolutely love it. The stakes feel real, and I love how unexpected the destruction is. Especially the first time I played it, I thought it would be like a super scripted thing, which it is, but the first time you play it, you really feel like you can die at any moment, and you don't really know what's going to happen. And just trying to weave the destruction and avoid the carnage from the ring's destruction is just awesome. And I think it is the perfect difficulty, but also not too annoying where it ever gets too frustrating or tiresome. Really, this Warthog run is just perfection, and I wouldn't have ended the game on any other way. At number 2 is the Ark, a fantastic mission and one of the best in the entire franchise. This mission gives you almost everything, and it's all just so much fun. The on-foot combat is fun at the beginning, and then you move to large open environments in whatever vehicle you want, and it's great. Once again, really not too complex, but just done very well, and the encounters they throw you in are just a blast. The moment where the forward onto Dawn comes down is jaw-dropping the first time you play it, and still it's insane every other time I play it, and I love when they drop down, and it actually like affects the sandbox, and all the stuff starts flying away in the debris, and you even are affected by it, and it's awesome. And you get a Scorpion and just have so much fun as you make your way back inside the structure. And then even when you think the mission's about to end, they throw you back in another massive battle with the awesome music playing, and tons of ghosts and choppers and marines and Gauss Hogs, and of course a Scarab that you have to fight with however you want. You can use the Gauss Hog, or you can use the Scorpion, or you can use the normal Warthog, or you can use rockets, pretty much whatever you want. This fight is just so much fun, and once again the music throughout most of this mission is top notch. Then you end on some fun indoor engagements that I don't feel like the mission goes on too long. I think it ends right where it should. It ends inside as you fight some jetpack and cloaked brutes, which is also great. And pretty much this mission is just jam-packed with everything I could pretty much want, and it just succeeds with nearly every element and is a true example of why Halo 3's campaign is so great. And you probably saw this coming, but at number 1 is the Covenant. A phenomenal level and probably my favorite in the entire franchise. This mission somehow managed to do more than the Ark did, as it possibly could not really fit anything else into this absolutely packed mission. It follows a fairly straight template of you just having to travel to 3 different towers and flip a switch, and that's pretty much it. But after a quick encounter at the beginning, you grab a Warthog and already get some fun vehicle combat before entering the structure and just having a blast mowing down Covenant. Then you enter the Hornets, which is just one part that elevates this mission to something amazing. Whenever you get to use the Hornets in Halo 3, they're such a fun vehicle, they're such a blast to use, and this is just no exception. And then you just have so much freedom where you can visit all the islands below you can kill the Phantoms you want, the Banshees you want, and it's just awesome and one of the most memorable parts of the campaign. You make your way through another tower and figure the mission must be over, but no, they give you a tank and a Gosshog in addition to a few more enemies to plow through, and then you get one of my absolutely favorite moments in the entire franchise as you watch the 2 scarabs drop, the music kicks in, and you once again get hornets to fight them with, and it's just awesome. It's all so great and encompasses, once again, why I love Halo. Epic moments like these where I get to approach the objective however I want is just so well done and amazing, and yeah, it's just awesome. And right when you think, alright, the mission should be over, no, they still throw you up in a team-up sequence with the Flood to take down Truth, which also is memorable and cool, and it's really different, obviously, teaming up with the Flood. It's a cool touch. And then after you kill him, you still get some fun Flood combat at the end that doesn't last for too long as you fight your way to the exit. Obviously, that mission sounds absolutely packed and really long, and it's really not that long, it's one of the longer in the game, but it's just jam-packed with literally every element of this game and everything that makes Halo great, and it's incredibly well done, and once again, probably my favorite from any Halo game in the entire franchise. So yeah guys, that's my list. Let me know what you all thought. What are your favorite missions of this campaign? What are your thoughts on Crow's Nest? Do you agree with me that the Covenant is the best mission in the game? And where do you guys stand on the first half of the mission Halo? I'm curious what people think about that. Obviously the Warthog run is iconic all on its own, but what do people think about the first half of the mission Halo? I'd be really curious to hear what you guys have to say. Don't forget to comment down below, and don't forget also to check out the playlist in the description down below to see the other Halo games of the missions I've ranked, and I'll continue to do more as time moves on. Other campaigns will be out soon. I think I'm probably going to do Halo Reach next, or maybe Halo 4. We'll see. Anyways, I'll let you guys know. Stay subscribed to get those videos right when they come out, and thank you all for watching Majestic Gaming.